We help you identify the incredible, powerful, and potent idea that you want to share with the world, be in the world through the art of storytelling.
Have you ever wondered how to make $1 million with social media?
We bring in anywhere between $75,000 and $80,000 a month.
Meet Tricia Brouk, an award-winning mentor who unites humanity through speeches and guides others to become paid speakers.
The thing that really will make you stand out as a content creator and as somebody who wants to create an online business is consistency.
I'm Matt Bellman, and this is $1 Million Creators.
We grew from 0 online presence, and we are now the top 1% of listened podcasts globally, and that's out of 3 million podcasts. So I really understand the art of storytelling from the page to the stage.
Welcome, Tricia Brouk, to the show. Tricia helps professionals transform into thought leaders through storytelling. She's an award-winning director, producer, speaker, and mentor that has put thousands of speakers onto big stages globally. Tricia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Matt. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Likewise. Let's kick this off with what's your mission on this planet and what inflection point made you actually start your business?
My mission on this planet is to unite humanity through speech. And I'm a former dancer. I've been living and working in New York City for over 30 years in film, television, and theater. And I help people tell stories in order to connect us as human beings. About 7 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to direct her TED Talk, and I directed it just like a one-woman show. Intention, blocking, choreography, acting, script analysis. And she planted the seed that I should do this for other thought leaders. So I thought, okay, I can have an impact and an influence that goes way beyond the number of people in the audience and the length of time I'm on stage as a dancer. And it became my mission to help people learn how to effectively communicate in order to change and even save lives.
Very, very clear. So just quickly double clicking before we move on. So in your previous life, you were like a full-time dancer?
I was a professional modern dancer. I danced all over the world. Opera houses in Paris, Palermo, Lisbon, in England, in Portugal. I danced all over the place. And so I've been on thousands of stages, which is why I have mastery over what it means to be an influential voice and to have stage presence. I've written thousands of talks and scripts, and I've got 2 books. So I really understand the art of storytelling from the page to the stage.
This is very clear, even the connection from dancer to storyteller, where it's not just about the words, it's also about the appearance and everything. It makes total sense. Very, very clear. Let's move on to today, talk about your offer. So if I were a typical client of yours, what's the core offer that I would normally buy?
You would become a participant and a member of our community inside of the Big Talk Academy, which is our 12-week thought leadership incubator. We help you identify the incredible, powerful, and potent idea that you want to share with the world. I use the art of the Big Talk process, my copyrighted process, to help you write and craft your incredible Big Talk, which also uses my lens of theatricality. And then we teach you how to perform the talk for impact so that you stand out beyond other speakers. You are a great speaker here at the Big Talk, not a good speaker. You're a great speaker. And then we teach you how to pitch yourself to organizers so that you can start getting paid to do what you do, which is speak.
Clear. If I were to interview your clients and would ask them what specific value in your offering they rave most about, what will they tell me?
They will tell you that they transform into the person they are meant to be in the world through the art of storytelling. Yes, you are going to have a keynote. Yes, you are going to have a TED style talk or a speak talk or an Oxford talk. Yes, you will have all of those things and you will get all of those tools. But what is so incredible and magical about this process is the thought leaders and the professionals who come to us become who they're meant to be in the world because the process they go through is so intentional, vulnerable, and authentic. And they learn how to be themselves.
Clear. Let's talk quickly also about price points. Is there, because it's a 12-week program, one price point, or there's actually an offer range? If so, where does it start? Where does it end?
I love all these questions, and I also love that you think I'm being clear. It really means a lot to me, Matt. The price points start at $997, which is $997, which is our 2-day live virtual masterclass, The Art of the Big Talk, where you learn high performance as a speaker, ideation of your ideas, how to write scripts for your video applications. And I teach this 2-day live virtual masterclass, and it happens twice a year. The next one's in July. And then you move from that into the Big Talk Academy, which is a $15,000 12-week offering. On week 12, you come to New York City and you spend 3 days with me on stage in person, where I will direct you on stage. And that's also what makes us stand out here at the Big Talk. I work with my speakers exactly like I work with my actors. So you get direction from me like you would if you were an actor. And then there's, of course, the one-on-one work, which starts at $120,000. And that's for a year of one-on-one work with me, where I become your strategic advisor in all things thought leadership, business, and speaking.
Oh, I love the funnel. I like the value ladder. The price point's amazing. Really good. What tools do you use to deliver the value to your customers?
Inside of our portal, which is Member Vault, they get access to video, they get access to audio files, they get access to PDFs. And I put together lots of our speakers and the videos of them speaking, and I do an analysis of them. So they get to watch our community speak. And it's like football, right? It's like the coach doing an analysis of the quarterback and how the play worked. I do the exact same thing with these speaker videos, so that everybody who goes through this process can watch me analyze what works and what doesn't for a speaker. In addition to that, they get 2 calls a month with me that are live, where I do a training and I also answer all of the questions. What's great about that process is being in the audience is equally as important as being on stage and getting the direction. So you get to watch me direct the other speakers, and that is equally as valuable. And then when you come to New York, you get to be on stage and flex the performance muscle. There's nothing like actually being on stage to accelerate how you become a great speaker. You can't become a great speaker by thinking about speaking. You have to actually do it. It's like going to the gym. You have to do the bicep curls to make your muscles stronger.
Mm-hmm. Very, very clear. Quickly, before we move on, take me on the timeline. When did you launch the business as is today?
I launched the Big Talk 7 years ago, and we grew from 0 online presence. I was just directing shows and working in musical theater. We didn't have social media. We didn't need it then. I wasn't on Facebook. I wasn't on Instagram. So what I realized is I needed to create social proof and credibility online. So I started my podcast, The Big Talk, where I talk about the art of speaking, the art of performance. And we are now the top 1% of listened podcasts globally. And that's out of 3 million podcasts. I have over 500 episodes. So I started the podcast in order to create the credibility that I needed, and I absolutely adore it. And then we created the Big Talk Academy, which has now globally given hundreds and thousands of speakers the opportunity to craft their big talks all over the world. And I am talking Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, the Philippines, the US, all over the world, Sweden, Switzerland. We are a global community here at the Big Talk.
Love it. Love it. Congratulations.
Thank
Great
you.
Success. Great success.
So, and I do want to, may I just say to your audience, because I know that your audience is content creators, the thing that really will make you stand out as a content creator and as somebody who wants to create an online business is consistency. That is what I have done and been since I began the Big Talk. I have been consistent with who I am, with what I offer, and with how I offer it. And that is the one big takeaway that I hope you all have for the rest of our conversation today.
Thanks for sharing. Love it. Let's talk about success. So let's take a typical month. I don't know if March or February is the typical month, but how many paying customers do you have in a typical month?
I have 5 to 6 one-on-one clients a year, and I work with them for 1 year. Most of them renew. So we end up having a renewal rate of between 3 and 5 years for one-on-one clients. So there is a wait list to work with me like that. And the Big Talk Academy, we usually have between 38 and 40 members, and that program runs every twice a year. And we are going to be running it a third time in 2025. So we bring in anywhere between $75,000 and $80,000 a month when it comes to the Big Talk Academy.
That is amazing. So that's 80K for the Big Talk. So like if I translate it into numbers, right? 80K for the Big Talk Academy. The one-on-one, I guess, comes on top, which is 120 times 6 is another 720 divided by 12 is another 60. So 80 and 60 is 140. And there was another offer that potentially converts the 2 day.
Yep, the 2 day live virtual masterclass. So that is what we offer. And when you take that 2 day live virtual masterclass, you have everything you need. However, we have a 10% conversion rate there. So when people come to that masterclass, we sell into the Big Talk Academy on day 2, and 10% of the people who show up live for that masterclass will join us in the Big Talk Academy.
Yep. It's amazing, really good. Do you have a recurring component in your business? Let's say, I mean, indirectly you do have, because you have people that say they renew for another year. You said 3 to 5 years. That's a retention or a factor of churn rate of, what is that? 20% to 30% a year churn. So that's a lifetime value of 3 to 5. So let's say it's all one-time fees, but people love to upgrade to the next one or to renew the highest price one. So you have kind of like a recurring in, but it's not actually enforced also. Is that correct?
Correct. We don't enforce. You don't have to do the Big Talk Academy to work with me one-on-one. And many one-on-one clients want to go back to the Big Talk Academy just because it's really about flexing that muscle and really honing the skills and understanding the mastery and the technique of this art form. We also offer masterminds when the clients ask for them. So many times in the Big Talk Academy, those groups become very close, very intimate, because the process is so vulnerable. And they will ask me if they can continue as a group. And that's when I'll create something special for that particular cohort, which would be a mastermind for 6 months or 1 year.
Clear. Before we move on, like to quickly understand also growth, if you take your revenue today and compare it to 12 months ago, how has that changed?
We have an incline of about 500,000 a year going in the right direction up. And our growth over the next 3 to 5 years, I want it to triple. That's our goal. And we've got some new offerings coming up to help that happen.
Yeah, there's a future section coming where I ask you what you will do to triple your business. So that's your priming for that already. I love that. Good. How much in percent is the highest price point, the coaching of your total revenue? We said it's 140K, 60K is to the highest one. So that's like 40% to the one-on-one, 60% to the rest. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would say that's absolutely right. And I absolutely adore working one-on-one with clients. And to speak to the growth and the ability for me I can't be in more than one place at a time, which I would love to. So what we're planning to do is create a new version of the Big Talk Academy. And this is the one where you get to come to New York City. And at the end of that, we will then produce a fully edited reel. So the speakers who come to New York, that is all part of the Big Talk Academy's $15,000 investment. And at the end of that, if you want us to shoot your talk on stage with lights, with, full production team, that would be an additional $5K. And then what we're offering is I'm doing an anthology of speakers' talks, because I also founded the Big Talk Press, which is a new publishing house. So I'm going to do an anthology of speakers' talks. So you can be an author inside of that book for an additional $2,500. And it's basically, we publish your big talk inside of a group of other speakers.
Yeah, you have a great business sense. Congratulations, really good. I love that. Let's talk about expenditures, OpEx as well, to just like see what your accountant would tell me if I were to ask them. How big is the team right now? Like it's you and then a few contractors, or how big is it really?
We have 15 people on our team. It's a very beautiful, a large, amazing team. I have a director of operations who's incredible. I have a speaker success coach. We have a program enrollment specialist. We have a customer service and tech specialist. We've got a VA out of South Africa. I've got an executive assistant. We have an amazing graphic designer. I've got a social media manager. We've got a marketing manager and strategist. We've got a podcast editor, and I think that's it. Oh, and we have our funnel builder, who does all of the web stuff.
Okay, so biggest item then on your P&L would be on the cost side, payroll, or you also
advertising is our biggest expense. Yeah, we do a lot of Facebook ads. Oh, that's my Facebook ads team. I forgot them. So we do a lot of Facebook ads, and I'm very, very keen on diversifying our marketing right now. So that means we're going to be doing a new mastery every month where I teach 1 hour session every month, and we're going to promote it directly to our list. We do list building initiatives and nurture ads on Facebook, but we're also going to start doing a little bit more marketing with the YouTube channel. Oh, I also have an SEO person. So I forgot Meg. We have a huge team.
Good segue to talk about lead generation, customer acquisition. So how do you get eyeballs? Awareness is mainly through Facebook ads or any other?
Facebook ads, YouTube. I do a lot of speaking and my podcast. So we're on social media, Instagram, LinkedIn. I do a lot of guest appearances on other people's podcasts. So that's really our diversification in terms of our marketing outreach.
Okay. And what's the funnel again? Just to have it fully clear from that awareness to purchase. Is it like predominantly into the 2-day event and that's kind of like the front end offer?
Well, I'm going to actually share it with your audience. It is a free on-demand masterclass, which is all about purpose, values, and mission, and the 5 ways to effectively communicate. And it is a fully produced masterclass that's on demand. It's about 25 minutes long. It's triciabrouk.com/unstoppable. And that is our free book a sale call funnel. And when you go through that process, you have an opportunity to speak with our program enrollment specialist, who will then invite you to join the Big Talk Academy for $15K. If that is not something that you're available for right now, then she will invite you into the 2-day $997 masterclass. If that is not something you're available for right now, then she'll invite you to the $97 1 hour mastery workshop, which happens once a month. And then, of course, being in our ecosystem, we send out value emails every Thursday that are written by me. They're not written by our proofreader or AI. Our copywriter. And you get value from being in our ecosystem and from being in our community. And that will eventually turn into sales because people see me being consistent and they know that they can trust me.
Clear. Very clear. Interesting. You start with the high one and then you do down sales essentially if it doesn't convert. Makes sense. And you all do all of that with an audience of ballpark. You said not sure, but like where do you think is the audience? Like the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, email together were like 19K, but then I'm not sure about the podcast. But it's like it's a pretty small audience compared to the revenue that you're doing, which is amazing. So your revenue per follower is outstanding.
Yes, it is. I would say we have about 25K following.
Yeah, stellar. What has been your secret to grow and convert that audience? Is it consistency or?
Well, I think it's consistency. I think I have a high risk tolerance for Facebook ads, so I'm willing to spend a lot in order to get the right lead. The right lead costs more than any old lead. So I'm willing to spend what it takes to get the right lead so that I can ultimately fulfill my mission, which is to unite humanity through speech. So it goes back to my mission, it goes back to being consistent, and it goes back to having the right team in place and knowing that by spending my time on ads, by spending my time speaking in other communities, it will eventually convert. So it's a long game.
Yeah, awesome. Next section, the future. Could you triple your business by yourself in the next 12 months? Yes or no?
By myself, no. This is
Okay.
a community team effort.
Yes. And then what strategy or tactic will actually drive that massive growth in the next 12 months?
Well, we've raised the price of the Big Talk Academy from a $4,997 offer to a $15,000 offer and added the component of live in New York City. People want to come to New York City to work with me. That has been proven time and time again because the speaker salon happened in New York, and we've had people come in here, relocate for 6 weeks and spend 6 weeks with me from New Zealand, from Chicago, from Germany. So we know people want to get on stage with me in person. So we've tripled the amount that it costs. And we've also increased the 2-day live masterclass from $47 to $997 because that is even more aligned with the value, and diversifying the marketing.
Clear. What's the biggest potential channel then to drive this massive growth if it's not Facebook?
Our list. We're going to give our list the opportunity to have access to me once a month with these mastery workshops. We've been doing the same kind of launch for the last 4 years, and we're shaking it up and we're giving them an opportunity to have access to me more frequently.
What's the biggest thing that's holding you back personally on that trajectory?
Time.
Next section is called Favorite 5. It's a fast-paced section. You can answer in one word. Let's go. What's your favorite book or business book?
My favorite book or business book is right now Think and Grow Rich.
What's the favorite way to get inspiration or to learn and grow?
Look outside my beautiful window at the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater, where I see those dancers every single day.
Love it. What's the favorite person that you are studying, your role model?
My role model, I think that I study each and every one of my community members because they teach me how to be better every single day.
Smart. Favorite online tool for building your company?
I'm obsessed with ClickUp. Thank you, Janice, for that. She's our DOO.
What's the biggest thing on your mind right now?
Biggest thing on my mind right now is what my husband and I are going to have for dinner.
Personal section. How many hours do you work per week?
I work Monday through Thursday. I take Friday off, and then I dig in on Saturday and Sunday with my one-on-one clients where I can feel really expansive in order to help them. So I would say I work probably an easy 50 hours a week.
And what's the situation? Married, single? I mean, you said you have a husband, so like married, any kids?
No kids. We have a fur baby named Eva Moon. We've been married coming up on 15 years, and he is one of my most successful productions, Joe Ricci.
Love it. And what's your age?
I am 53.
Amazing. Final question. We also want to give some advice to the audience. If you could go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, what's the best piece of advice that you would give to your younger self?
I would say you know exactly what is best for you, and don't let anybody tell you that because you're a dancer, you don't have a business sense, because that is why you're such a great business person, because you have grit, discipline, and risk tolerance.
That is amazing. This is Tricia Brouk. She helps professionals transform into thought leaders through storytelling. She was a dancer that turned business owner. She has cracked 7 figures. She's absolutely crushing it. She's running Facebook ads to offer. She does email marketing and nurturing to convert. She has good offer range, decent price points, all the way from 97 on the low end to 3 figures, 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures. It's all there to convert and build ultimately that 7-figure business. She just raised prices in order to drive lifetime value up further of customers and to spend more potentially even on the acquisition side to expand her reach. And her biggest secret is consistency. She started 7 years ago from zero, building up now that 7-figure business with just an audience of 25,000 across channels, which is an amazing return or revenue per follower that she's making. she is clearly on a great path. Thank you so much for sharing your passion and taking us to the next level, Tricia.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you. And I hope that your audience can find some value in this and hop on over to triciabrouk.com/unstoppable for your free masterclass.
Yes, thank you. That was Tricia Brouk. You learned what it takes to become a paid speaker. So how can you unlock the next level in your business?